Hi everyone, and welcome to Kitten's Corner. This is a very interesting edition of Kitten Corner. It's an unfortunate edition of Kitten's Corner, but hopefully it'll also be an empowering edition of Kitten Corner as well. So I'm gonna just hop right in and get into the meat of the thing. This is about taking the time to not allowing yourself to be a victim, and it kind of comes at a quirky time in the reborn world where getting things from overseas and all of that has come into question as well, as far as what you can and cannot get. I still stand firm by the belief of it's your money and you're spending it. I also there are things that I have also learned through the arguments after the hate and all that kind of stuff settle down, that as an artist that I personally will not do anymore, just because I understand where the doll sculptors are coming from, and therefore in respect for them I will not do it again. So going back and touching on that, remember I told you I had a little package that I'll hold it up, that I was going to actually, that was actually supposed to be the last doll of last year. So to understand why that post never came is to say that it was very, very disappointing, as you could probably tell by the packaging itself, and the item is still sitting in the package, and I will reveal it in just a second, or in a little while. But just a little backstory. I still going through the thing with my back, and therefore there are a lot of issues. I can't walk around a lot, and I was kind of feeling down. And I have like a law that I make with myself that, kind of pick yourself up or what have you, and try to see the brighter side of things. And sometimes, if you find a hobby or something that you do, or that you collect, or that you can friends you can talk to, or what have you. Well, one of my things is I collect dolls, or I deal with dolls. So I said, you know what? I'm going to treat myself. My birthday was coming up, Christmas was coming up. And I was like, screw it, I'm going to see what I can see. So I jumped on eBay and started strolling through the dolls that were for sale. And I stumbled upon a miniature silicone doll from, it's an overseas doll. I haven't seen one in America quite like it, so I can't really lump it in the category that it may be a stolen scope, just simply because it's so tiny or what have you. And that was neither here or there, but the price they were asking for it originally was around $40, which is very reasonable considering it was silicone. It's supposed to be a high grade of silicone, etc., etc. Moving forward, I kind of like saved it, but I was like, I'm not paying $40 right now, considering everything that's going on in my life. And $40 might seem like a little bit, but it's a lot when you're counting every penny. So I messed up and found a doll, the same advertisement for the same doll, but it was auction style, and it was literally at only $5. So of course, me being me, I went on ahead and bid on it. I bid $10, and then I put after doing research and finding out like how much. Like I said, I knew that the original price was 40, and I was like, all right, if it gets up to 20, that's half of what it would originally cost, and I'm worth 20. So I went on ahead and I fought like a champion, and so it was literally 9 people watching, 4 people bid, but it was riding on me winning at $11 and some change, and I was like, nope, not trusting that, because it was going to end at 3 a.m. my time, and I was like, no, I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna be done lost it all. So I went ahead and I put my max that I would bid, and of course, through the course of the night, other people tried to jump on it, and I still ended up winning. Yay for me! It was 16 and some change, $16, which is not bad. I mean, even if it had got a little bit higher, that's not bad for a silicone baby. For those who make silicone, much props. They are hard to do, I have tried, not the creating them. I couldn't only imagine, but I did try to do the painting of them, and no. So much props to you. Much so I was very excited, and I did what I do anytime I win or buy a doll. I do some research on them and was trying to find out what I was going to get. So I'm going to show you a brief clip of what I thought was coming in the mail. I'm going to pull it back all the way to the beginning, and just a little brief clippy clip of what I thought was coming in the mail. So and needless to say, it was tiny, and I was like, oh, that's gonna be so cute. I could put it somewhere. It's not that I'm not really a fan of miniature anything. So I have miniatures, but I don't exactly play with them. But just to keep him kind of neat and put away, he was gonna be squishy and lovely, and I was excited. And needless to say, that like, so when I got this, I was like, maybe they just didn't give me the box, because I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. And I was like, yay, the doll is here. I waited, and it literally came December 27th. And I was like, yay, I'm going to open it. I'm going to do this video, last doll of the year. I'm doing it, and I'm like quite excited. So I'm like doing the thing and doing the video, and I'm up here saying, well, this is weird. And this, guys, is what I pulled out of the bag. And barring the fact that it's tore open, this is literally what I saw. And as you can see, it's not silicone. It's actually a miniature doll that needs to be reborn. This is the head. And of course the little limbs. It didn't come with the bottle, etc., etc. Now, as an artist, quite honestly, I could take this doll and I could reborn it. But I was like, that's not what I ordered. So I wrote them immediately when I opened it that day, and I was like, no, this is not what I ordered. You sent me doll parts. You promised a silicone baby. They chose not to respond to me at all. And what they chose to do is literally ignore me in the hopes that I would just become their victim number 3. And the reason I say that is because, fortunately for me, what I should have done first, of course, is check their evals and their evaluations and their reviews. I'm sorry, that's the word I was looking for. And on their review, two unfortunate souls had already, prior to me, bought dolls from them and were expecting whole dolls. One person never received it. The second one was like, I received parts. And I felt really bad for them because they had paid way more than I did. One paid $90 and the other one paid $119. So imagine paying $119 and receiving doll parts. And even though there were probably bigger doll parts, I hope they wouldn't have sent them what they sent me for $100. But they literally was like, yeah, this is you. The person was like, I feel as if I was scammed. And I'm thinking, no, you were scammed. There's no feeling about it. And unfortunately for them, if they're not reborn artists that's paying and stuffing and know halfway what to do, they're stuck with these doll parts. Now they got to find someone that does know how to do it and pay them to reborn this doll for them when they paid for a finished doll. That being said, I was waiting for them to respond. As I said, they never responded. They literally was like gonna just ignore me, like, she'll go away. Unfortunately for them, I started thinking about it, and of course I got my doll, Paris. I'm gonna bring her so she could be on cam. Yay! So y'all remember Paris, and she ended up being the first doll box opening for this year with her very, very cute self. And I got her dress for Valentine's Day. I'm gonna do some photo ops with the dolls. But getting back to the story, I started thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? Why am I going to be a victim? Why am I going to sit up here and take it? And then they have the audacity to say no returns. No returns means that you get what you get and you can't give it back to us. But thankfully, eBay has buyer protection as well as seller protection, which means eBay makes a decision of, is this really justifiable what they did? So after waiting, and I did wait about 3 weeks, and I was like, it's principle. So my principle was, I'm gonna see if I can return the doll. That's why I didn't do the video for so long, because my intent was to return it to them and either get my money back or get the doll I actually ordered. So when I put in for a return, eBay was like, all right, if they don't give you any conversation or make any conversation with you by a certain time, then we'll step in. You can ask us to step in, rather. So once they realized that I had involved eBay, all of a sudden they literally sent me this very one sentence letter. It literally said, you got the real item, dear. That literally was all it said. Now, me sitting up here saying, oh, if they had been apologetic, because in my case, fortunately, like I said, I can do something with it. I can stuff it or use it as a practice doll to paint on, and perhaps, just have it cute enough to lay around the house or what have you. It's not something I would try to sell because it's totally out of my range of what I would like to work with a doll. Not to mention that it's rock hard, so I couldn't even root it, and I'm not going to break 5 needles to try to root that little bitty head because it's a really hard vinyl and all the other things that's wrong with this doll. But they're patronizing me. Is like, we gave you something, be happy, almost. And that kind of made me mad, and I was like, well, I'm going to see what eBay is going to do. Long and short of that story, eBay said, well, they have not. I wrote them a letter back saying, no, this is what you sent me. I sent them more pictures because I sent them pictures the first time. You sent me this doll in pieces. It didn't even come with everything that was promised. Not, I mean, even if, I don't know, I think if it had came with clothes and the bottle and everything, being an artist, maybe I could work with it. But like, you just literally basically gave me parts and was like, deal with it. And the fact that you basically said deal with it when I approached you, and I approached you first because I am a seller and I felt like that's the respectable thing to do. And they even had in there, if there's a problem, approach us first and let us see what we can work out. So I did exactly what they said to do, and they were going to ignore me in hopes that the time span would run out and there'll be nothing I could do. In other words, I would be their victim. But thankfully, wrapping the story up, eBay was like, all right, we see the seller is not responding and not giving you, like, no options, no nothing. Like, oh, sorry, you received the wrong thing. We'll send you the real thing out. Or, sorry, this happened, but this is, even though we have pictures of a whole silicone baby, this is exactly what we were intending on you getting. And which I reminded them is false advertisement. You advertised the silicone baby and you sent out a vinyl, and then not even a soft vinyl, but a hard vinyl doll. So eBay was nice, and eBay actually gave me my money back. So yay for eBay for, I think, doing the right thing. And the reason I am doing this thing, because a lot of times people who are not like in the business of building dolls or what have you, or when you receive something like that, it's garbage. You can't do anything with it. You don't know what to do with it. I would strongly suggest, and I'm gonna see if I can reach out to the other 2 people that got the parts and see if they would like help getting them reborn or what have you. Maybe not so much me, because that's not really, I don't care. That's not my goal, but to see if they can, suggest they find someone that could reborn it for them, because I'm pretty sure at this time, because they were months in by the time I even dealt with this person, that is probably eBay is gonna say, "Nah, you waited too long." But don't I guess like so this is where my word, don't ever be a victim. Don't ever let someone tell you you have to take the crap that they give you, because you don't have to take the crap that they give you. And you can have what you ordered, you can have what you wanted. You don't have to take what someone tells you they just threw you. And this like literally, I have my refund. I think I'm gonna goof off with it and give me a reason to practice my air dry to see what I could do with it. And then I guess I'm gonna wrap it up in a blanket, put it in a basket somewhere around the house, and it's just gonna be cute. But it's also gonna be a reminder that you don't have to just take what someone dishes out, especially if they're in the wrong. So that's my word of encouragement. I am going to get these other videos up. I have, so I'm kind of backlogged as far as the videos I've been promising to do and the videos I want to do, but I'm getting into it. With the medical thing, it's kind of mentally and emotionally slowed me down. So this is actually me trying to say, hey, I'm here and I'm back, and I'm coming back swinging with both hands. And hopefully, life, as far as that's concerned, is not going to settle down. It's always going to be what it is. My back is not going to get better. So now I have to adjust my life to what they are saying is pain maintenance. So that part, it is what it is. I hope you guys are having a great evening. Paris Renee says, hey, we love you guys. Stay safe. And we'll see you next time.